It's been used for centuries, and you're probably most familiar with it when you pop that favorite bottle of wine of yours. But did you know that cork could actually be key in the fight against climate change? Our Ines de La Cuetara traveled to Portugal to get a look at the work being done to keep a centuries-old tradition alive and how that just might help us all save the planet.
Under the Portuguese sun, an ancient tradition. Skilled workers harvesting a material that's durable, recyclable, light, flexible, even heat resistant, and which could become key in the fight against climate change: cork. It starts here, 90 minutes outside of Lisbon, in the thick of summer, when cork oak trees are ready to shed their bark. The bark can only be harvested between May and August, and only once every 9 years.
The tree tells us if we can take or not. You cannot force the cork to come apart.
The work must be done by hand, the thick cork carefully extracted to avoid wounding the trees.
This part is not working properly, producing new cells of cork. And so the workers just keep the cork in the tree. They do not force, because that would make a wound. A small wound can be a point of entrance for plagues and diseases.
Working in pairs, expertly peeling off the layers. It's a skill set that's been passed down for generations. Many of these workers continuing a tradition that their fathers and grandfathers also took part in. These guys make it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
But as we found out, it's hard work.
It's hard. You have to be strong.
Oh, very.
Cork trees can live for up to 200 years, harvested again and again over the decades. Importantly, cork is also helping with capturing carbon dioxide.
It's the shrubs, it's the trees, and then it's also the cork itself that absorb the carbon.
Yes, it's this system together that really has a big role in terms of carbon sequestration.
There are over 700,000 hectares of cork forests across Portugal, and the Portuguese Cork Association estimates they store about 14 million tons of CO2 every year.
And each time that you take the cork, you're increasing carbon sequestration.
These forests also key to keeping Europe from becoming a desert, because the unique climate they create acts as a buffer to protect it from the dry climate.
Cork oak trees are a barrier to the desertification that comes from the south. This is the forest that is preventing, the desert advance until the Europe. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
The harvested cork boards then stacked up and brought here to this cork processing plant. Cork for as far as the eye can see, left to dry for 6 to 9 months to root out what's known as the TCA molecule, which can alter the taste of liquids in cork-stopped bottles, giving so-called corked wine that unmistakable taste.
You are looking at a factory that has been designed to make life hard for the microorganisms.
The cork is then boiled, and here we learn why even NASA is turning to cork for parts of its rockets.
This stack of cork just got out of the boiler. It's been in there for close to an hour, but even so, you can still touch it, even though it's still steaming, because it's that good of an insulator.
Rows and rows of cork here, but only about 30% of it will actually make it into a bottle.
So when you have a lot of breaks in the cell structure, like here, you cannot punch a cork out of it.
Carlos showing us everything that could affect the cork's quality, from cracks, thickness, and wormholes. But no matter, because every last bit of cork will get used.
The next production step, which is to decide what can be made with each one of these cork planks.
These discs will be assembled into champagne cork stoppers.
So this is what your champagne cork looks like when it leaves the factory, and then once it's put into the bottle, that's when it conforms to the bottle and gets this shape.
The rest of the highest quality cork is moved north to another factory near the city of Porto. There, the cork is sliced up into boards. Workers then punch in the wine cork stoppers. The toppers are washed and bleached, given different colors, ranging from white to a deeper brownish orange. And as for the rest of the harvest,
nothing, absolutely nothing is wasted. So you harvest 1 ton of cork, you will use 1 ton of cork. Because what does not go into a bottle top can be made into aerospace and defense applications, can be made into footwear, flooring, heavy construction, surfboards.
The cork that's of a lower quality is broken down into tiny bits or granules, which are then assembled into sheets bound together by glue. And that's what'll get used to make everything from floorboards, shoes, furniture, and bathtubs.
All our own waste is regrinded and reintegrated in production.
Even the cork dust is swept up and turned into biofuel, part of the reason cork producers tout their products are carbon negative.
95% of the energy needs of this factory comes from zero-emission cork dust. So when the granules are so small that nothing else can be used with it, we can still use that as energy.
Arguing cork is the future.
It's a product that really answers to all the challenges we have as society. You see the political programs from Europe to US. Everyone is trying to find products that are very positive in terms of sustainability, to face a new challenge in the circular economy, so nothing is wasted. We can recycle, we can reuse, we can zero waste. And so I see a bright future.
And the best way to support the industry and these forests?
When people ask me what they could do abroad in order to save or to maintain this kind of forest, I always answer, keep on drinking wine bottled with a natural cork stopper.
Eat, drink, and use a natural cork stopper. Ines de La Cuetara, our thanks to you. This Earth Week, we are taking a look at how coming together is critical to slow climate change, from living vessels in a large community that make up Earth ships to controversial new technologies that could cool the Earth. A deeper look into the impact we can all make on the Earth when we work together airs tomorrow night right here at 8:30.